We're just out for a drive, Kai and I, in the Navara, and Dad behind us in the MUX, out to our local state forest area, our Cowarra State Forest. Done a heap of four-wheel driving out here across through the last few years. I've never actually filmed anything out here, so we thought we'd just go for a bit of a drive and film some of the sort of fun four-wheel drive tracks and things out here to have a look around at. And then we're thinking tonight that we may go camping up the cells tonight. We don't have our stuff with us now, but we might go home and grab our stuff at sort of lunchtime around here this morning, and then head up, camp up the mountains tonight. See how we go. Arrived at the first decent hill climb of the day. This rutted one. This is actually the one I did when I first got this car in that first ever video, that hill climb. I remember someone said you should go do that hill again, so here I am. It's quite rutted out and a few rock steps, and it's a bit slippery out here because we did have rain a few days ago, and it's all sort of that red clay stuff. Yeah, we'll head up and see how we go. Actually quite an interesting hill, that one. It's definitely worse than when I did it last time, and it is a bit wet and slippery too, so you can't hold the exact line you want to. You kind of just, it takes you where it takes you down the ruts. 33s and the rear locker were sort of just what managed to get me to crawl up there, but that's going to have a bit of an interesting time, I think. We got there, he's up. Did better than I thought in the end. It was a bit of a struggle, but wasn't sure if we'd have to winch or not. We managed to drive that. I'm just kind of picking various tracks that sort of wind in and out of the forest. I know it quite well out here. Done a lot of these tracks. Picking all the little fun ones that we can go for a drive and explore around. Got a little creek here we kind of got to drop in and out of. A bit of a hole, but it's all mostly dried up at the moment. A bit muddy down the bottom there, but not too bad. Should have put that locker in. It sort of picked up that rear, flexed out, and then that rear wheel spun even harder. There's a track around the ruts, so I might try this line up the ruts here. Yeah, I didn't think you'd go up there. I didn't even know if I'd get up there. Like, that's a pretty big climb up there.
It is. It kicks up there, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it seemed to go straight up there, alright. So much fun out here. Kai and I used to come out these tracks like every day years ago. Not every day, but probably used to come out like maybe 3 afternoons a week. We'd just come out and drive around these tracks. Kai used to just love coming out here every afternoon when I pick him up, and now he hates it.
I don't hate it.
No, you're just the worst.
I'm not.
It just shows what fun you can have not far from your house out your local tracks when you haven't been out them for a while. All these tracks out here pretty much run off the main Cowarra access road. It runs straight through Cowarra State Forest, obviously, and then just like side trails off it everywhere. So if you do want to come out here, come out, head down Cowarra Access Road, and then start taking side tracks. It's not a big area out here. You know, Cowarra Access Road's maybe, oh, I don't know, 6-8 k's long or something, and then you just got sort of side tracks off it everywhere you can explore. You don't have to look too hard to find some nice fun tracks out here to have a bit of a drive around. See, that rear bar must have jammed into the bank there somewhere. Saved my back again. Just about out of here now, sort of finishing up our drive through the tracks. This one sort of leads back out on the main road, not too far away. Really interesting, rocky, rutted out little climb here in front of us. There is a track around it, but I think I'll have a go at that for a bit of fun and see how we go. Yeah, that front driver's just trying to mount that big rock. Probably got to get over a bit more left maybe. We're out of there now, just about to hit the main road. We're going to air up the tyres. Awesome fun out there, heaps of cool little obstacles to tackle and challenge and explore out there. We'll head home and have a bit of lunch and throw the swag on the back seat, throw a couple of things in the car and head out the cells to camp tonight. Should be good up the mountain there. To get in here, we are taking Grassy Ridge Trail, or Grassy Ridge Road is the one that we're taking down in here today. There's a few different tracks and trails down into the area. They're all very steep. They all lead down into the bottom of the mountain ranges, I don't know, down into like a creek that runs through an area there. You got a little hut, call it the cells because it's an old mining area. Used to mine gold, maybe it was out here. I think it was old gold mining area.
Diamond.
I think it was just gold. I don't know, but I'm pretty hopeless of history stuff. But yeah, they've still got some old mining machinery down here. They got a little hut down there, the Hilton Hut. They got some caves you can walk into and explore. Should be a good night out. Not too long ago, we had fires come through this whole area, just absolutely wipe it out. It's already starting to grow back quite a bit, but you can see the fires have just ravaged the area. And they've actually, noticed coming in here, they've now bulldozed the trails, so they might not be as challenging as they used to be. We didn't bring any wood with us, so I'll grab some on the way into camp. Just a branch here on the side of the road we'll chop up into little bits for the fire pit. You're better off getting wood on the way into camps and places if you can, because normally once you get to them, that's where everyone collects it, so there's none left. We've arrived down the bottom of the mountain, down at the Hilton Hotel there. Well, I think it used to have a name on it, the Hilton. I don't know, it should be there somewhere. Call it the Hilton Hotel down the bottom here. Gonna camp here for the night, got the place to ourselves. Beautiful air out in the middle of the bush. It's crazy how much it's sort of all different now. All the tracks and trails have changed after they grade them all after the fires. Definitely not the full driving there used to be out here. The tracks were quite, nothing too crazy, but you know, good fun, challenging trails. Now they're still very steep, but they've smoothed them right out. I'd say it won't be long again until they start getting chewed out and rubbed out. Unpack the swag and the fire, get everything set up and settled in here for the night. We just set our swags up in the hut there under the shelter, just in case we get any rain, and save worrying about setting up the awnings. There's a nice flat ground under the shelter there too in that little hut. One thing about this place is you do need to be careful of coming down here in wet weather, because it's going to be extremely difficult to get out of here if you do have any decent amount of rain, because it's just very steep red clay hills, or pretty much all tracks up out of here, so you do have to be careful about that. Now it's sunny today and it says it's going to be sunny tomorrow, so we shouldn't have a drama, but there is a few clouds around at the moment. If you walk down the creek from the hut, it's only about 100 metres away. There's a beautiful waterfall down there. We're just going to check that out now, maybe have a swim, but the water is pretty cold. Come for a swim, Kai?
No.
How come?
I don't have any swimmers and it's free.
The water's absolutely freezing, but at least the sun's shining on it now. Oh, it's so cold. The water was absolutely freezing, so cold. It's pretty cool, but where you climbed up that little waterfall bit, you could climb up the top there and there was this big open hole there where that waterfall fell down into like a little cave. It was so cool. We're on our way up out of here now, up from camp, just straight out the back of camp. You just got this monster steep hill climb now. It's been graded, as I said yesterday, so it's quite smooth and easy going, but before that it was very rutted out and decent challenge hill climb. But yeah, it's all smooth now, still very steep, and definitely would not want to try and get up here in the wet. This is Eagle Hawk Trail. We're heading up out of here now. That's where we camped last night, down at the hut there. So we came in this Grassy Ridge Fire Trail. The Oxley Highway's back up there. We followed that one in. Came down, camped at the hut there, and then we came straight back up the other side this morning. Grassy Ridge Fire Trail, and this one all the way out, which then comes onto Eagle Hawk Trail here. We turn left. That's the one out through the farmland there we did last time. And we followed that Eagle Hawk Trail all the way back up out of here. That's quite a nice drive down the bottom there through that Sells Jeep Trail. And then Corn Cob Fire Trail is another decent one up out of there. And then you've also got Sells Jeep Trail, which goes up out of there as well. And that meets back onto where we are now, which is back up here. We're back up at the main Notting Bull Road. Guys, all weighed up. Time to head home. Another overnight trip done. Have fun, Kai. Cool.
Oh, hang loose, brother. You pulled that off nicely. You nearly gone. Oh, your left foot went in a bit, did it? Yeah. The other one skidded across the mud, and hardly picked up any mud.
I'm out into, I keep saying I need to stop saying into our local area, not too far from where we,
Technical difficulties.
Take 4. Change direction and everything. It's nothing like it used to be. Well, it's, nah.